What salt is better for consuming? Table salt, sea salt, iodized salt? Thank you very much for the question. Let's get to it. So, in short, to me, it really doesn't matter which salt you consume. All right, folks, that's it. Thanks so very much for watching or listening. Take care. Bye bye. No, just kidding. I'm going to break it down here some. But in short, to me, it really doesn't matter. Now, there are three big differences, in my opinion, between your table salt or iodized salt and your pink Himalayan salt, your sea salt. Celtic sea salt is another one that's actually my favorite. Is the Celtic sea salt of I call them the exotic salts. That's my favorite. The first is mineral content. So one of the reasons that your table salt is white is the minerals are extracted from it. Now, it is sodium chloride, which sodium and chloride are minerals, but there are other minerals that are taken from it. Now, through the process to create the salt, it is, or at least it can be bleached, which also contributes to the white color. But your exotic salts, that's what I guess I'll call it from now on, they have different colors. The pink color with Himalayan salt. Celtic sea salt is like a gray, almost like a bluish gray color. That's because of the mineral content in it, the other mineral content. So there can be potassium in it, magnesium in it, calcium can be in salt, like naturally, but there's also trace minerals that are in your exotic salt. So there could be iron in it, there could be chromium in it, selenium, iodine, which is added, fortified, I guess, artificially added to your table salt. And that's not an exhaustive list. I could be missing some that are in there and then added some accidentally. I'll put up here what I find the trace minerals that are in some salts. Whereas your table salt, you're getting obviously sodium and chloride, but it's fortified with potassium iodide. So you're getting that iodine in addition to it. The second one I can think of is the processing. All right. So your exotic salts still have all the minerals that we just talked about. Your table salt has had those minerals removed. It's potentially being bleached to make it more white. It's also the texture of it has changed, so it's almost like sand instead of being like flakes, right? Like a kosher salt is, you can see that as well, like a Morton's kosher salt. It's more like flakes because that's what's used in a kosher preparation of meat to like extract or pull the blood out, because that's part of eating kosher. All right. So there's more processing with the table salt. Obviously, I talked about the bleaching, etc., but there's also anti-caking agents that are added to your table salt so it flows better. All right. It may not clump up. And then if it's iodized salt, it has it's a nice challenger there. If it's an iodized salt, they will spray potassium iodide on it, which potassium iodide could be used for, like, if there's radiation sickness, if it's like radioactive iodine that it affects your thyroid, well, you could be given potassium iodide to help protect the thyroid and counteract that. But it's sprayed with potassium iodide. So there are people that are trying to eat as little processed foods as possible, which I'm not going to say is a bad thing. All right. So they may be against eating a table salt or consuming that because of this additional processing that goes into it to create the salt. It's getting further and further away from its natural state. Right. So that's a second difference between the two. And then the third is cost. Those exotic salts cost more. I mean, I don't have it. I completely forgot to bring it with me. I meant to bring it with me as an example, but I just have I'll pop a picture of it here. I have the private label. It's an HEB, which is the local grocery store here in North Texas, Frisco area. They have an HEB brand private label for marketing people out there. HEB brand iodized salt, and it's like a big old container is like 99 cents or something like that. Whereas another salt that I've used before, I'll probably hear like a Redmond's salt that's from Utah. That those can be, I've seen at some stores those could be $10 to $15 for an equivalent amount, depending on what it is and where you go and what type you buy. So you're going to be spending more money for your exotic salts than for your table salt. Now, as I said at the beginning, to me, it really doesn't matter what type of salt you consume, at least in my opinion. Do what works for you. Yeah, if you like doing the exotic salts, if you take that with water in the morning, as you see some videos on here, like, oh, if you drink it in the morning, then you'll feel great. And you drink that, mineral salt, whatever, your Himalayan salt, your Celtic salt, you put a little bit in water, you drink that in the morning, and you feel great, like you're ready to tackle the day. Don't fix what isn't broken. Keep doing it. Like, I'm not going to judge. To me, I don't need that. It doesn't really make a difference to me, but if it works for you, go for it. That's my 2 cents on it. Like, subscribe, share, whatever, comment. All right. Thanks for watching or listening. Until next time, throw some salt on some food. I don't know. Pinch of salt, whatever. Throw it over your left shoulder, isn't that? Or right shoulder. Right shoulder if you drop it. I don't know. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.